Let me record the session. So if someone is missing the session, they can have a video of it after session part. Okay, guys, is my board visible? Let me switch off the lights. Is it okay now? One more light. Guys, is it board visible now?
Yes, now it's useful.
Okay. Guys, to give a brief, any fresher, I always believe people should have, like, there is two things which is called as chance and choice. So many students, when I ask them like why BTech, or if I ask them like why this particular college or why this particular branch, most of the answers might be something more like, sir, by chance we got into here. But for sure, 4 years BTech degree can be by chance, or college can be by chance, but 40 years career must be by choice only. So apart from whatever you learn, like basic aptitude, reasoning, coding, Java, HR questions, blah, 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 everyone must have a complete understanding of what is IT industry. Different companies we have, let's say product-based companies, service-based companies, and then like startups, MNCs, what technical stacks we have in the market, and which companies kind of offer you more developer role, which companies might offer you a random role, whatever they have in the current availability. Then you can have a proper choice. That's how you should be entering into IT industry. Similarly, joining CVCORP also must be by choice. It's not like some random senior recommended you about CVCORP, you joined here. So I want you guys to listen to the demo in detail. Do some research about CVCORP. You can go to CVCORP Google reviews. You can go through our Instagram page. Most of the people who ever placed to CVCORP, we tag them in detailed way. You can reach out to them. You can reach out to seniors, your college placement officers. So do some proper research. So we're going to have at least 1 week of demo classes to all the people. Within the 1 week, get a complete clear picture. Any questions? So when you research about a company, you might hear both good and bad. So whatever bad you hear about CVCorp, you can message me personally, get a clarity on that. Then you are fully convinced. Then let's continue the training part. That's how I wanted everyone. So remember, choice is very important in your life, which is very, very clear about it. Okay, guys. So let's get into the basic introduction wise. So any fresher, when they get into any interview part, you can keep the heading as what CV Corp teaches, or heading can be what industry wants. Almost both are same. So typically when you go to any interview, companies majorly look for three basic areas. First one is aptitude. So when I say aptitude, it's not about time and distance or a formula, or more, let's say like a, what do we call, some options, find the best option or shortcuts kind of a thing. Aptitude is ability to understand the given problem. And out of all the possible options, whatever we have, we should be able to identify the most optimal solution is something what we call as aptitude. So we teach all the basic aptitude topics without any shortcuts to start with. Then we're gonna move to the next level of logic building part, which will help you with the complete programming as well. That's how we generally do it. And whenever we have any company specific drives as such, we always keep all the company materials with us. And whenever we have any such drives, we do conduct a lot of company specific sessions, which will help you to clear the interviews. That's about aptitude part. Guys, anyone from CSC here, CSC background? Just thumbs up symbol or say hi, whatever it is. Okay, good. Have you heard about these terms, let's say time complexity and space complexity wise? So if the code has to be that much accurate, your logic must be really good. So aptitude class will not only help you to clear the first round interview, aptitude class will help you to even helps you to build the logic as well. That's about aptitude part. That's about the basic thing. And second thing is companies look for proper communication skills when you go for an interview. So online part, I'm not really sure how far we can conduct online communication classes, but we try our best. But I recommend communication must be an offline. So we'll discuss about it more in detail. But company's perspective, your job is not about just sitting in a corner and then coding something. Ganesh, we do take BTech and MCA both, Ganesh. Okay, about app communication wise, coding job is not sitting in a corner and then type something. Day in, day out, people, we have to interact with multiple people. For example, it can be your client, it can be your manager, team lead, or it can be your colleagues, whatever it is. We interact with them in multiple ways. For example, we chat with them, we email them, we participate in company client meetings or video calls, audio calls. The same time, we do write a proper project documentation also. So since a developer role includes a lot of interpersonal communication skills, companies always look for a proper, decent communication from the student. That is very important. So once you're done with both aptitude and communication wise, the third skill which is very required is your technical skills. So one problem area, what I have noticed in the current market is most of the people are learning so advanced technologies, which is nothing wrong in that, but they are not focusing on the basic level. If you go to any interview, so to start with the first round in the written test examination part, companies recently started asking some pseudocodes as well. So unless until you are good with the basics, you can't answer the pseudocodes. Once you clear the first round, the second round must be mostly on the what do we call a coding part. So people should be able to answer the codes such as pseudocodes can be numbers or patterns can be arrays, strings, 2D arrays or DSA level. So we have a separate class for coding class where we teach all these things from scratch. At the same time, we have our own coding platform, which is more like a Instax, something more like a white labeled HackerRank kind of a platform, where we create login ID to every student and we keep assigning all the problem statements from all the topics mentioned like arrays, strings, 2D arrays, patterns, numbers, and all these things to make you guys to solve them from scratch without any by-hearting the code. For example, these questions might come with some constraints. These questions will have both visible and hidden test cases also. So since we have this platform, we make people to explore much better and become a perfect in the coding part. And we have many people in CVCORP, not only from just CSC IT background. We have people from branches, let's say mechanical, civil, and few other branches also who started from scratch and they're able to do really well. For example, the coding part at college level, what we do, we always try to start the code first, then we get into logic and think like what to do. So here what we do, we always teach you the mathematical approach first, how to get into mathematical approach. Then we start helping you how to convert the math into a code part. That is how we generally do. And we teach you in paper-based coding also. Most of the companies, when we go for an interview, we might not have a system directly. They might give a white paper, ask a code. So when you write a code, you should be able to explain the code, let's say tracing part. Step 1, iteration 1, what is happening, I value, what is n value, iteration 2, what is I value, what is n value, should be able to make where it is getting incremented, where the value is getting resetted, all those things will be explained more in detailed way. Ganesh, I'll come back to all the questions once I'm done with the session. So about coding part, and after coding, we generally divide technical into two different sessions. So one is completely coding related. Other one is, we call it as full stack related part. So in full stack, we're going to deal with complete core Java. When I say core Java, we start from basic level, basics of core Java, class, object, methods, constructors, OOPS concepts. We teach till OOPS, and then we make you guys to do a small mini project, something more, let's say, like a Swiggy kind of application, where you create a sign up, then with the same credentials, we log into the page directly. Then we add to items, display in the menu items, add to the cart and all those things. So this way, you start learning all the core Java concepts, starting from very basic level class, methods, and OOPS with real-time examples. Generally, people will say any class and method examples are mostly classes, bench, teachers, faculty kind of a thing, or tire tube. So we teach you in a PhonePe application what is a class, what is a method. And many people, when we ask them something, let's say, what is inheritance? The common answer is father giving some money or like property to the son. But that's not what makes us different from other students. So we should be able to explain when we have a version 1.0, when we're upgrading to 1.1 kind of a thing. So what is the code we are actually reusing the code? So that is how we explain all the OOPS concepts with more real-time example and one program kind of a thing, which makes people much better with the coding part completely. So that's how we're going to deal with the coding part and then core Java part. Along with core Java, we're going to deal with SQL core Java. As I told you, core Java comes with one mini project. Then SQL part, we're going to cover all the basic topics of SQL completely. Then we're going to cover joins, all the joins, whatever we have. And then we're going to cover completely the subqueries part of it completely. That's about complete core Java, what we deal with. So once we're done with core Java part, we're going to start with advanced Java. So wherein we deal with all the topics, let's say JSP, servlets, JDBC, Spring Boot, and microservices. So whatever the project you did, I mean, like you generally do at CVCORP based on your mini project. So same project we make you guys to do with Spring Boot frameworks, and we help you to host it in the AWS also. At that point of time, we're going to cover concepts like Git and all those things. So to summarize the technical part, we deal with two different areas. One is coding classes to help you to crack the online coding challenges. And then second one is core Java concept, which is like core Java till OOPS, and then multi-threading collections in detail with files networking part, advanced Java, JSP, servlets, JDBC, Spring Boot, and microservices with a real-time project, SQL in detailed way. Then we're going to have UI part, which comes with HTML, CSS, JavaScript till object-oriented level. So once the student is good with object-oriented level JavaScript part, then based on the client requirement, we may teach you either AngularJS, React.js, or Vue.js. These three front-end frameworks we have covered till date with CVCORP students. And to bonus, everyone who learned Java in CVCORP, we teach them Python also. Because a guy who learns Java, Python is very, very easy for them. That's what we have noticed. And many people from CVCORP who is good with Java, they have practiced Python over a weekend and they have cracked good companies also. That's about what CVCORP teaches, the full stack part of it. Guys, any questions anyone has?
Hey, Chaitanya, this is Varun. I have a question,
Yeah, Varun,
Chaitanya.
please.
You're telling me that you are going to cover Java object-oriented programming and Spring Boot with microservices first, and later you are going to switch to the UI framework. Is that what my understanding is?
No. I was just trying to give you an explanation about the topics wise.
Okay.
A good question. Actually, many people might have this doubt. We always start with two parallel classes, 1.5 hour class completely on programming side for complete what do we call like numbers, arrays, patterns till DSA, and 1.5 hour of Java class. We start with the basic core Java concept till OOPS. So once the OOPS are done, we're gonna add some extra class to everyone, and we start with SQL part, HTML, CSS part. By the time you guys come to advanced Java for a project, you should be good with all these concepts before that.
Oh,
So
okay.
You got my point, right?
Yeah, I got your point. So basically, you are going to cover basically the OOPS concepts first, and later switch to SQL. That's what my understanding is, right?
Yeah, got it.
And how about NoSQL here? Because I'm not looking it for my sake, because I have some reference who doesn't have an understanding. So I'm just trying to get some clarification on that. So what
See,
about NoSQL?
we start with SQL first, and based on
Hmm?
the require. Recently, one company asked us to build a project completely into MERN stack.
Oh, okay.
So once this guy is good with SQL, then we go with the advanced technologies. See, we stick to core Java side completely. And based on requirement, we are happy to teach them Python or React JS or NoSQL, whatever it is.
Okay.
So with
So
respect to NoSQL, till date, we dealt with MongoDB.
So is there any obligation that one has to wait for the advanced Java, like I mean, until and unless the UI framework classes doesn't go through, or is there any parallel batches you are going to engage them if someone
It,
is interested from
it
core Java
depends
to
on
advanced?
it depends on the student, the basic motive of joining CVCORP.
Okay.
If the
Okay.
motive is only about learning part, it's completely flexible. They can learn everything together. If the motto is like to get properly trained and getting into a job, so we wanted to teach slowly, steadily with some mock test and examinations part. Then we take the student further.
Thanks, Chaitanya. That clears. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you so much. And Ganesh, once the session is done, so we will be sending you the PDF of the notes, whatever I write on the board. I'll be sending a QR code with the PDF completely. You can see the complete notes, what we write on the board. And then we'll be sharing the recorded session as well completely for your understanding part. Durga Naveen, you can expect online advanced Java also. So we are starting a separate batch. There are many students who want to learn only advanced. We are starting separate batch for them also. So if you want, you can learn everything online. No need to come to CVCOR for any online part, for any offline part. So those who wanted some job support from CVCOR, only those people, we expect them to come to offline for 2 to 3 months. Then we can conduct some examinations for you, understand where you are lacking, and try to add some additional extra classes for you, then take it forward. Yes, Ganesh, we have a separate, if you have gone through the Google Sheet I have shared yesterday, we wanted to have separate session for front end, starts with HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, followed with the React or Angular part. So whoever joins us for Java full stack, these are like complementary to everyone. And people have the choice to join only for UI part also, not an issue. Mostly when we teach React JS, we try to help them to host the project in Firebase complete so that you can use the complete cloud functionality instead of getting into again MongoDB. You can probably use the cloud, I mean, the Firebase part to build a project complete and host it. Any questions, guys? Anyone has? Guys, since it's a basic introduction class, I just wanted to be a normal face-to-face kind of a thing. But once the class starts, it will be more interactive where the respective faculty will be sharing the screen. Either they'll be using a write pad or iPad to write the complete part to get a clarity. Yeah, if any company asks for a Munchstack, we teach Munchstack also in our CVCOR. It can be one company recently called Adapts IT. They asked us to train people in completely Vue.js. We have done that for them also. Other any questions, guys? Yes, of course. If someone wants to have a brush up completely, they're already completely trained. So we already mentioned a complete advanced topics class as well, which can be a complete fast track as per your training purpose. We can have it, no problem. So there are many students of CVCORP, the old students. So they were actually currently working in companies with 1-2 years experience where they are not getting enough development exposure in the current project. So even those guys are interested to join such fast track courses to brush up everything together. So we have a plan to start as much as customized courses to the student based on the need, the students need they have. No problem with that. Yes, for job training, see, if it is online, technical training part can be online. When it comes to placements, it's mandate. The student has to come to Hyderabad and stay with us at least for a month or so that we can properly evaluate him, understand where he is lacking, and make him to apply for the jobs. Complete online placements is a bit tough because it's not so easy, the online training part. Yeah, Pravalika, along with Java or Python, you choose for, you guys will have aptitude classes, complete all the topics, and then you will have communication classes also online. Any further questions, guys, about CVCorp? Please try to ask directly, or you can type in the chat box. Up to what syllabus can be covered in online before coming to offline? It depends. Generally, we give job eligibility criteria to the offline students once they are done with the OOPS, the mini project, until arrays. So if you want to come and apply for jobs, you can come immediately after OOPS project and arrays, or you can finish the training completely, then come for advanced Java, you can come to offline. So it's up to the student. If they really feel they are job ready, then they can come back to offline mode. See, mock interviews, we can try in online mode, not a problem, but offline will be more effective. We can definitely provide online mock interviews also, not a problem, but effectively it will be good with offline. What about Python full stack? Yeah, Ganesh, we're going to teach Python full stack also, which includes Python, advanced Python, Django, and then NumPys and Pandas. Uma Mahesh, yes, like timings, even though whatever the research we do, we can't have a timing which is flexible to everyone. So we're gonna keep the recorded sessions to everyone once the class is done so that you can go through recorded sessions. And people who are in Hyderabad, you have an option. You can come on Saturdays to CVCORP and get the revision of everything, whatever we teach in the weekdays. That possible options we have were in Hyderabad. Mahesh, old batch students do message me personally. I can take it case by case. I can't let everyone to attend for free because that is not the intention of starting an online batch. You can meet me or message me personally. I'll check your tenure and we'll let you know what best we can do. Varun, you can message me directly. Till the batch starts, I'll be helping you with the complete online information about the duration, fees, class timings for advanced Java, all the modules. Then we have a team. So So I'll introduce my team as well. They'll be helpful to you completely. Online classes starts from tomorrow, Naveen. So today we're gonna take inputs from you guys, what exactly it is. So tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, we're gonna have programming class. And then 11:30, we're gonna have core Java class. So in the technical class, so I just gave you an overview, maybe a 5-10 minutes. So our respective faculties will give you a proper 1 hour demo in detailed way. So what all topics they're gonna cover, how we're gonna cover, how about the assignments we're gonna give, what are the tools we use to take examinations part, how we track your progress, everything that will give you complete clear picture. Starting date of the course is tomorrow, Jeevan. We are starting from tomorrow. Shall I meet now? Yes, come to my office. I'm in office now, you can meet. Guys, any specific questions anyone has? We're happy to answer. If you feel like someone else is reading your mind and asking all the questions, whatever you have in your mind, it's good. If not, please open up, speak. As I told you, it's always choice, not a chance. Ask, then get into. Placement eligibility is only for Java, not have for Python, sir. Pravalika, if the Python students are willing to learn Python more in programming way, not just using inbuilt functions, then we are happy to allow you also. That means you're going to learn both Java and Python together. So class timings and duration, I'll post in the group, Ganesh. I hope everyone are in the WhatsApp group. I'll post in the WhatsApp group, all the information. Anusha, typically drives we start after 3 months. For example, any student who is good till arrays, then who is good with core Java till a mini project, those guys will be allowed to the project, to the interviews to start with. And placements wise, I can say market is not so great, but still this year we have made almost close to 281 placements, ranging from 3 lakhs to almost 10 lakhs across different companies. So we have a good alumni network. So whenever we have any drives happening with any MNCs, so we plan well and then we crack good numbers in the MNC drives also. For example, TCS almost 60 people went up to HR round. Almost 15 got offers till date. Others are still waiting. Accenture, we got a good number. And then Tech Mahindra, we got a good number this year. Recently, Capgemini women's specific drive happened with more on the game-based aptitude part. We have done few classes for them as well to help them to crack the interview. So we have our own clients. At the same time, any off-campus happens, we take the advantage and we try to get more numbers through that. Ganesh, 2 years career gap after the job. If it is training part, I mean, doesn't matter for us. We are happy to train anyone. If it is placements, we strictly take only freshers who are 23 and 24 and 25 passed out. If any particular individual is committed for online training, complete training without placement, still not placed in a company, or they'll be taking placement by paying fees. Yes, Jeevan. So once you, let's say you, in the initial timing, you said you wanted only online part. So you maybe you tried on your own, but when you really feel you need CVCORP support, you can come back and meet us. If you were a good student in online mode, attended all the classes, scored really well, we can definitely give you some fees concession and take you into to offline mode for placements. The student has an option to opt for only online first, then move to online plus offline combination. As long as you meet the eligibility criteria like a fresher, then we are happy to take you. No problem with that. Any further questions anyone has? Harita, Vanishri, Ashok, Bhargavi, Bhavya, Harika, Chinna, Naveen, Ganesh, three Ganesh continuously, Jagadish, Jeevan. Guys, any questions, please feel free to ask. Or if you are hesitating to ask any questions, since you guys are already in the WhatsApp group, please do message me personally. So my number is 9705 198299, the admin of the group. I can respond to you guys in detailed way.
One more time, can you say that, Chaitanya? It's been fast.
Number?
970. Yeah, 9705.
I'll write it here.
Yeah, please.
Okay, should be here. It's very easy to remember. 9705 Airtel code, 1982 my date of birth, 99 was to be my weight. Simple. No, after I took the number, someone decoded this. Guys, any further questions? We are trying our best to make both online and offline the same quality. So we don't want to have more numbers in online mode. We definitely want to restrict the online numbers also, so that it's easy for us when someone comes to offline mode. We don't need to again start from scratch. We can directly put them into the offline classes. That's a basic plan. So maybe first 2 batches, it's a even trial for us. We haven't tried online till date. This is the first time we are starting. And CVCORP, to explain you guys, we are a 10-year-old company. So Jan 2nd, 2015, we started. So maybe in another 1 month, we're gonna cross our 10 years into CVCORP. So we are more a training institute. At the same time, I personally work as a HR for a few startups in terms of hiring as well. So we have the flavor of both HR and training combination. And since I come from training industry background, the HR industry background, even though the market is pretty hard, I can still manage to find good opportunities. That is one thing. And we have the trainers are completely full-time trainers, not a consultants. So one of the reason why we're able to crack more numbers is because the trainers do available from morning 8:30 to evening 7 full time. And people do teach, they conduct examinations, they conduct doubt sessions. So along with 20 plus faculties we do have around close to 13 members who are like mentors, who are available in the practice sessions to help all the doubts and everything. Even for online, we are planning to have a morning session will be training part, and afternoon session will allocate one mentor to you and specific time. If you have any questions, any doubts while practicing any of the programs given in the coding platform, you can utilize those mentors and get a personal help as well. So since you are paying money and joining the institute, I want you guys to utilize the classes and mentor sessions so that it will be good for you to make it a better outcome of the training part. If you again treat these sessions like a typical college session, you come, you listen, and then you go out to no practice, then it's a complete waste of time and money. So people who are really willing to come and then do well, it's good for you. We have scholarship exam on 14th. Manmada, are you talking about Kavali branch?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm coming to Kavali on 13th night. 14th, we're gonna exam to all the student Kavali branch, the scholarship examination part.
Yes, sir.
So 14th examination is for students who are currently taking this 1 week trial training part. At the same time, if any students who has missed the test on the day 1, they can still take the test on 14th. I'll communicate in the WhatsApp group separately for the Kavali branch. Okay. Any further questions, guys? Maybe we can wind up the session in next 4 minutes. Any questions? I'm happy to answer you. Guys, to give a brief, CVCORP training program, we includes of completely 4 modules. Module 1, aptitude reasoning part to help you to clear the first round of interview. At the same time, these apti classes will help you to build your logic better for the coding part. Class number 2, completely on coding side, starting from pseudocodes, numbers, patterns, arrays, strings, 2D arrays, DSA. We teach coding in 3 different ways: paper-based coding, including complete tracing part. Then we help you with the online coding mode, which is more in a coding platforms with constraints and test cases more in detailed way. Then we're going to deal with full stack part with Java and Python both. So core Java, SQL, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Then advanced Java with Spring and Spring Boot frameworks. Then all the people who are trained in Java will be trained in Python as well. Apart from all the technical, we're going to have 2 projects. One is a minor project in core Java till hoops, then major project with Spring and Spring Boot part. And one more thing is most of the students are part of the academic curriculum. Either they might buy a project or they might take someone's project. So people struggle to explain the project in the interviews. So I personally conduct one workshop to everyone to make sure how to explain the project in the interview part, the project what they have done as part of academics. Then we're going to have one HR communication class to help you to prepare, how to prepare your resume, then how to crack the group discussion, jam sessions, and all those things completely. That's about the complete online training part, the CVCORP training, whatever we give. Any further questions, guys? Okay, good to go. Any questions you have, feel free to ask me in the WhatsApp groups or message me personally. Even just I told you, we're going to have communication classes where we focus on resume building completely, and then group discussion, jam sessions as well. If someone is good with coding, they want to join only for aptitude, they have flexibility, they can join us. If someone is good with everything, but somehow because of communication skills, they are unable to crack the interviews, they can join only for communication also, not a problem with that. It is an online course, so you guys have a choice to choose, only customize, only, let's say out of ABCD, choose only A or B, whatever it is, or choose complete ABCD, it's up to you, not a problem. Okay, any questions? Shall we say bye for now? Either yes, anything. Okay, chalo guys, see you. Bye bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye.